Good morning. How are you doing? God bless you and keep you. Just like this here. I don't know if you're aware of the subject of end times, biblical prophecy and stuff, but people like me are into that and been watching it for years, and been keeping an eye on Mr. Trump and the likes, and Kushner and all his pals there. And I personally believe this war is against us. It's not just Iran. It's really basically, it's like the war between Russia and Ukraine is really against us, because then it broke trade deals and we were meant to be punishing Russia, but it's really us that's been punished because we can't get access to different things and cheaper products, you know, like gas or whatever it was. So now they're working from the other angle with Iran, and the war is really against us. I know, like, if we can believe what's happening over there, that there's people and there's American soldiers getting killed supposedly. So there is a war, like, but I think ultimately it's against us because it puts the prices up. As we can see, the farmers are now crying out for help, and lorry drivers and even other lorry drivers and ambulance drivers. And so what's next? You know what I mean? I mean, who's next? So that's just that. So yeah, I just think it's biblical end times. But here's one thing for my friends that, you know, who have this fantasy about Trump, you know, going to help us and stuff. And that he's preaching Jesus, you know, he's reading the Bible and stuff. He didn't preach much about Jesus recently, I don't think. I don't know. He was reading out Chronicles or something. But anyway, my point is, when he was over in Israel doing the speech in the Knesset, he praised his daughter for converting. They're supposed to be a Christian, right? Which I don't think she was properly. But anyway, let's say she was. But he praised her for converting. And did you know that to convert, you have to go to a rabbinical court? And, I mean, converting to what? Converting to be an Orthodox Jew, which he is. You have to go before a rabbinical court. And one of their criteria is that if you're from a Christian background, you have to renounce Jesus Christ. Would you, as some type of Christian, would you be happy if your daughter or son converted to be a Jew and renounced Jesus Christ, and basically said, "No, Jesus, I don't want to know you. You didn't die on the cross. You didn't rise again. You're not the Messiah. I want to be a Jew." Would you be happy about that? I wouldn't. So that's just another sign of the times. I believe he's a very crafty deceiver. I've a good friend, well, a neighbor actually, kind of a friend. He was so much into Trump, and now has major doubts. He's basically saying that Mr. Yahoo is the president of America. And he was so much into Trump before. And it's humbling to see that he would come around to that. So maybe some of you will come around soon and say, "Lord, forgive me. We were tricked by a con man." And that's basically what you have to say sometime. So God bless your faith. Be encouraged, Brother James. Jesus won't lie to you. Jesus is the real Messiah. Jesus is the real Prince of Peace. And I was just thinking of a prayer there. I was saying to the Lord, "Lord, they called him the Prince of Peace. They called him, Trump, the Prince of Peace. But you, Jesus, you are the real Prince of Peace. He's a counterfeit." And so he is. So God bless your faith, Brother James here. Be encouraged.